Okay, today we're going to make some apple butter, and it's very easy to do when you do it like this. First of all, we've got the apples here, and we freeze them first, solid, and they've been in, and as you can tell, they are froze. I'm just going to show you this, and we're going to come back when they get thawed out, and we'll get our jars and everything ready, and then get ready for this. Now they do kind of wilt down and look kind of bad, but it doesn't change the flavor. But anyway, we will be back later. Okay, now the apples are thawed out. Like I said, they kind of change colors a little bit, and they're kind of mushy. If you can see that, it's kind of mushy in there. But I'm going to get them cut up and get them in the pot and get everything added, and then we'll go through the squeezing, and then I'll get all the bad stuff cut out before I add them to the pot. But anyway, I've got all the mason jars ready to go. I don't know how much I'll have, but we'll just see. Alright, until then. Okay, I got the apples cut in. There's 4 pounds in there. I'm going to get this simmering. I'm going to add a cup of apple juice and about 2 cups of water. And it said, most recipes say until it's soft, but since they're already cut, or since they've been froze, they're already soft. So all I got to do is heat it up so we can get it done. And then we'll be back after that. Okay, the apples are about ready to come to a boil. As you can tell, I got another pan here. It's going to have some hot water. It's going to have some lids. I'll boil some jars. And I'll get my big pan out to boil these, to give my water bath. Anyway, all I do is bring it to a boil for just a few minutes and get them all nice and hot. And then we'll take them over here and we'll strain it out and make a big bowl of it. I've got some more apples I got to do. But anyway, it's just a sit and wait game. I should have a bigger pan, but I can only handle about 4 pounds. But anyway, until we start it, thanks. Okay, they've been boiling for about 3 or 4 minutes. Anyway, they're ready to be taken off, and then I'm going to start squishing them, and I'm going to get my bowl in here to film all the squishing, but they're very, very tender. Like they've been boiling for about 45 minutes. But they just come right apart. And that's part of it, freezing it first, so you don't have to boil it so long. But anyway, I'll get him in here and then we'll start squishing him. Okay, this is the last boiling part. This is the last batch. This is about, I probably did 12 pounds of apples. As you can see, it's got the consistency of about applesauce when it gets done. After boiling it for a few minutes, and the longer you boil it, since it's froze, the more you can use. But anyway, all we do is just turn this, and it puts it out to that paste right there. But anyway, I'm going to finish this up, and then we're going to get the cans or the jars and everything ready, and then we're going to do it. But this is what it comes out like. Alright? Okay, we're about ready. Anyway, I don't really have a recipe that I go by, but we all taste it and make sure it's right. Usually more recipes ask for more sugar, and we don't like a bunch of sugar. We do like the apple taste. So it's kind of each your own. I mean, if you want the recipe that I use most of the time, I can give it to you. Just make a comment. But we're getting everything ready. I got some water boiling for the jars, and I've already washed them, and I've got to get the lids in some warm water, and then I'll get the boiling water out. But this pan's so small, I've got to make a couple batches, so I'll wait to start getting ready to boil in the canner here in a little bit, because it's not going to hurt anything for these things to sit. And then I'll get them a good water bath. But anyway, it's kind of eat your own on the recipe. You know, we like this consistency for it. We've got a tree out here that we get our apples from. It was kind of sick last year, so it produced one apple. But the year before that, I canned almost 100 pints of apple butter. So last year didn't really make a difference because we had enough apple butter, but we did run out. So I went out there and trimmed some trees in the fall, and we did get, not quite 5-gallon bucket of apples, and hopefully next year it'll produce a little more, but this is what we're using. But we do like the taste of it. You know, the oven's kind of dirty, but that's just kind of the way it goes. I try and clean up as I go. But this is from our, the apple tree in our yard. And like I said, a couple years ago it produced, almost, I think it was 94 pints of apple butter. But this year it's not going to produce as much. I'm hoping to get 20 pints. Anyway, but as soon as I get them filled, and before I get to canning them, then we'll be back, and then I'll start canning them. Okay, I got everything done. It's in there. Filled it. I don't use anything but mason jars. I know a lot of people on YouTube will use whatever they can find. I don't, just to be safe. And I don't boil my lids. I do get them warm just to start it. And the rims, and you got to wipe the rim off. Get my finger out of the way. But I wipe this off real good, and I check for chips and everything, because you don't want any air leakage in it, I guess, or just to be safe. Now, I do use my pressure canner, but I don't use the pressure on it. I just use it for a water bath. I like it just because it's thick, and I can fit about anything I want in there, and everything. I've got a actual boil pot, but I don't ever get it out. But anyway, I'll get these boiled and get them out, and then I can show you what it is. But that's it. You just do it to taste is what I do, and I have the kids taste it and check it out, and then I can that. No batch is the same, because you can't get it just exactly right, or at least I can't. But anyway, let me get these started, and then I'll be back. Okay, here it is. It's done. Boiled it for 10 minutes. I'll hear some snapping here in a little bit. I got them pulled out. It actually did 13. I had about 10 pounds of apples after I'd squeezed it all out. But I put 3 in the fridge, because I can do 20 with just 10, and we'll eat up 3 in no time since we haven't had it in so long. The only thing I've got is I get air bubbles, and I do it every year, but it doesn't seem to hurt it, because I make sure and slam it down and get them out before I boil them. But evidently I don't know what it is here, but I've never had a problem with it going bad. And this will be ate up probably in the next 2 months anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this helped. But yeah, just freeze it. The apples, that's the best way I found. And if you want, you can boil them all you want, but and just make it into like a paste and then squeeze it. It makes it so much easier. I've done fresh apples, but I had to boil them for so long, and this way, it was just by accident. We had so many apples one year. I said, well, we'll freeze some and see how it does, and just came up with this. But yeah, freezing them first is what I find the best, and it just makes some good stuff. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thanks.